जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदना व्रज जन रंजना। यशोदानंदना व्रज जन रंजना। यशोदानंदना व्रज जन रंजना। रंजना यशोदानंदना व्रज जन रंजना। जना यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय राधा कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय माधव कुंज विहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय राधा कुंज विहारी। कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Ram Hare Hare, Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Gorahari Nitai Jaya Satchinandana, Jaya Satchinandana, Jaya Satchinandana, Jaya Satchinandana, Jaya Satchinandana, Gora Hari, Jaya Patita Pavana, Gora Hari Pati, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Gorani Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Sri Radhe Radha Radhana Jaya Gorani Tai Gorani Tai Gorani Tai Jaya Gorani Tai Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya, Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya, Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya. Gurudev Jai Vishnupada Paramhamsa Parivraj Ka Acharya Stotra Shatra Srimad Divan Grace Narvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Namacharya Sridhar Thakur Ki Jai, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Radha 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 श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। श्री श्री राधा राधानाथ की जय। गौर निताई की जय। शिला प्रपात की जय। यस्यानुभावमकलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितीर्षितां तमोन्दं संसारिणां करुणया पुराणगुह्यम् संन्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिके। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। We'll continue from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 13th chapter, Descendants of Dhruva Maharaj, text 39. Sabalayesha Purusho Mata Manuvrata Adharman Shodbhavam Swacham Tena Bhavadad Adharmika. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. That boy was born partially in the dynasty of irreligion. His grandfather was death personified, and the boy grew up as his follower. He became a greatly religious person. The child's mother, Sunita, was the daughter of death personified. Generally, the daughter receives the qualification of her father. Yesterday we did it. Yesterday we did it. Sasarasana mujjasya mrugaryuva agocharaha ancha sadhu murgan dinan venu savisyaraindana. After fixing his bow and arrow, the cruel boy used to go to the forest and unnecessarily kill innocent deer. And as soon as he became, all the people would cry. As soon as he came, all the people would cry, "Here comes the cruel Vena. Here comes cruel Vena." Purport. The Kshatriyas are allowed to hunt in the forest for the purpose of learning the art of killing art. Not to kill animals, for eating or for any other purpose. The Kshatriyas, kings, were sometimes expected to cut off the head of a culprit in the state. For this reason, the Kshatriyas were allowed to hunt in the forest. Because the son of King Anga, Vena, was born of a bad mother, he was very cruel, and he used to go to the forest and unnecessarily kill the animals. All the neighboring inhabitants would be frightened by the presence, and they would call, "Here come Vena, here come Vena." So, from the beginning of his life, he was fearful and to the citizens. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Yatranmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Rupam Sakarjatam Sehagana Raghunathanutam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sehagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachacya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna is a continuation. Yesterday we were talking that the boy who was born to Anga through Sunita, he acquired the qualities of the maternal side. As Srila Prabhupada also gets that children get the qualities of maternal grandfather, maternal uncle. So normally girl gets the qualities of father, like that. So here the death personified is the Kala, who is none but Krishna. But here the death person, mainly the Kala is the Supreme Lord. Okay. Under him there are so many other people are there who one is death personified who is for the dharma according to, like Yamaraj, it follows the dharma. But who commit suicide and all, they are also death, but they are governed by adharma. Anybody committing suicide is a more of serious offense, materially also, law also. Any law of the country considers them the most, it's like a, charge them with the murder. The similarly scriptures also say that is most sinful activity. For many, many decades, the one who commits suicide has to live in the ghostly body. Very painful body that is. So, that's why one has to see whether what type of qualities we have. As I was telling that when you are marrying boy or girl, you should see the qualities of their parents and their parents. And second point we have to learn here that in this Bhagavatam, that if what we are supposed to get according to our fate, karma, we should be satisfied, especially devotees. Karmis, they anchor, I want this one, I want this, I want this. They are too anxious to get something, but the devotees should be just satisfied. They must engage in the service of the Lord. By the mercy of the Lord, what we get, that we have to accept it. That's why Lord Brahma says, Tatteno kampam susamichamano bhunjana eva atmakutam vipakam rudvagvapurbhi vidadan namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaya bhak. Lord Brahma offering prayer to Krishna says that, my Lord, though devotees undergoing all tribulations of the life, they don't blame anyone for the cause of that tribulation, but they take it as anukampa, your mercy, and continue to engage the service to your lotus feet. Those people are liberated while in this body. It means for the devotee, we should not aspire for anything, and we should not blame to anyone who becomes the cause of our distress, so many problems. One should take it as a mercy of the Lord. In fact, it is mercy of the Lord. By the mercy of the Lord, which reaction of karma, which I am supposed to enjoy too much, he minimized to the extent the devotee can tolerate that reaction. Therefore, Brahma also says, Scripture says that we should take as a mercy of the Lord. Then continue our service. When you continue to serve the Lord, then Lord says that He is liberated while in this body. So the important point here is that devotee always continue to serve the Lord. Even non-devotee also sometimes does the sinful activity. He doesn't want to do but forced to do sometimes because of the impressions of the previous life. But Lord says that even such day, but devotee who has done sinful activity but continue to engage in a service of the Lord, he is still a Vaishnava. Apichesu duracharo bhate mamanya bhag sadhurevai mantavyam samyak vyavasito isaha. Lord Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita, he is sadhu, he is a devotee, provided he continue to serve the Lord. Sometimes devotees think that I did this sin, so I should not go to temple. It is wrong. Yes, we are human beings. Sometimes we don't want to do any sin, but because of the previous life impressions, we forced to do. So, but one should realize it that I committed a sinful activity, I should not do again, and he should continue to serve the Lord. The Lord says that he is a devotee. That is how Lord shows his anukampa, mercy to the devotees. For the non-devotees, they are nothing. What you have done, you have to enjoy the result of that activity. There was no interference of the Lord in case of the non-devotees. But here, the boy, when he goes to Kshatriyas, are allowed to hunt the animal. Not for enjoyment. Kshatriyas nowadays is a different way of fighting. Enemy sitting there, maybe 300 meters or somewhere, we are using the guns to fight, kill him. The gone days, fighting used to be face to face, what we call in the CQB, close quarter battles. Sometimes takes place. Even now also the CQB takes place, but mostly kill the enemies at the distance. When soldiers are taking over the city or post, that time CQB, everybody will fight face to face with each other. That's dangerous war. In the gone days, it used to be like that one. So this, therefore, how to kill? It is not easy. What we see in the film, killing, it's easy. But when we have to kill someone, very horrible. Not that easy. So in order to make them Kshatriyas, who are the warriors, so habit of killing for the dharma, higher purpose, they are allowed to hunt the animals. Others are not allowed to go for the play. No, it's the most sinful activity. Killing the innocent animal, Yamara says that they will not be forgiven in any circumstances. Anyone killing the animal for their pleasure, there is called a Maharaurava, one of the 28 different types of hellish planets. One of them is called Maharaurava. There, the special birds, they come and pluck the meat on the body of the deceased person. Remember, in the heavenly planet, in the hellish planet, we don't take the gross body. We have the only subtle body. As the soul is covered by the subtle body, which consists of ego, intelligence, and mind. So it's a subtle body, and there is no physical body. That's why no matter how much they cut the body or anything, they feel pain, but there is no physical damage. If anything happened, something hurting me, I feel pain in my heart. So similarly, the living entity in the hellish planet, they suffer in the mentally. Physically they know so. When the birds are coming and look like plucking the meat from their body, the living entity feels a lot of pain. Yeah. So that, but for the Kshatriyas allowed, remember it, even Kshatriyas allowed, but still there is a reaction. They have to do only to the extent what is required. If you kill animal more than what is required, then Lord Krishna says that even the Kshatriyas have to undergo the reaction of the karma. It means no one is allowed to hurt the innocent animals. Animals are there in own forest. One need not to go there and kill them. They are doing for the pleasure. This boy, son of Anga, the friends, used to go to the forest and kill the animals for the no reason. He was still a boy. He is not supposed to go forest and kill. But from childhood, because he is cruel, he used to go to the forest and kill. Kshatriyas are expect to cut off the head of his culprit in the state. For this reason, Kshatriyas were allowed to hunt the animals in the forest. Because the son of King Anga, Vena, was born of a bad mother, he was very cruel. Yesterday, 2 days we were talking, when you are selecting the boy or girl for the marriage, they have to see what the parents' nature is, what type of earning they are doing. But nowadays nobody sees just, oh, boy is handsome, good salary, girl is beautiful, that's all. What are the natures? If you don't inquire about the natures, after the marriage everybody will suffer. This is what happened here also in this case of Anga. All the neighboring inhabitants would be frightened by his presence. Though he was a young boy, but when the prince Vena comes out of the royal palace, citizens will be afraid because he will kill them, hurt them for no reason. They used to call, here comes Vena, here comes Vena. So from the beginning of his life, he was fearful to the common man. Akride kridato balan vayasyana atidaruna prasaya nirankushosha pashamaram mamarayat. The boy was so cruel that while playing with the young boys of the age, he would kill them very mercilessly, as if they were animals meant for slaughter. Tam vichaccha kalam putram shasane vividhair nrupaha yadana shasitam kalpo vrushamasi namutta. Jai Sri Sri Radha Radhanath ki jai. Govinda ki jai. Giraj Govardhan ki jai. Allah Prabhupada ki jai. Yadana shasitam kalpo vrushamasi Durmana. After seeing the cruel and merciless behavior of his son, Vena, King Anga, punished him in different ways to reform him, but was unable to bring him to the path of gentleness. He thus became very gravely aggrieved. Chanukya Pandit says that children should be given love up to the age of 5, Lalan. Then from the 5 to 10 years, children should be given discipline, sadhana. That can go up to 15 years. Once children come to the age of 15, parents should treat the children as a friend. So, but if you keep on loving the children only up to the age of 15, 20, my son, my daughter, then they become out of control. So children here vain because the Anga got the son after great efforts performing the yajna. So he had only one son, that's why naturally mother and father love the boy beyond their expectation. So as such, the children become spoiled children. They try to control the children, correct him by punishing, but not possible. So we can also see Bhagavatam is not only to hear as a story, Bhagavatam is also meant to apply to our life also. If we don't apply the teachings of the Bhagavatam in our life, just a wastage. The 9th canto of the Bhagavatam, Lord Sukadeva Goswami, after describing the pastimes of Lord Sri Ram, says, Purusho Rama Charitam Savanai Upadharayan Anusam Saparo Rajan Karma Bandhay Vimuchyate. Say that, O Parichit, addressing Parichit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami says, one should hear the pastimes of the Supreme Lord Rama, Krishna. Then one should apply those teachings of that scripture, the Lord, into our life, Upadharayan. Then only we can see the transformation ourselves. Otherwise, we hear it, okay, gone. Yes, by hearing we get senses purified. But the real transformation will not take place. Only when we hear them and apply them, how for the transformation, then only it is proper hearing of becomes profitable. Otherwise not. The whole process of Bhagavatam is to hear, try to understand the message behind the pastimes of the Lord, then apply to our lives. A sinful person causes person's reputation to vanish. His irreligious activities at home cause irreligion and quarrel among everyone. And this creates only endless anxiety. It is said that a married couple must have a son, otherwise their family life is void. But a son born without good qualities is as good as a blind eye. A blind has no use for seeing, but it is simply unbearably painful. The king therefore thought himself very unfortunate to have such a son. A son causes the person's reputation to vanish. We get the son who has got the bad quality, bad habits, will spoil the reputation of the mother and father. So, as I said, this all related to the Satya Yuga. Religious practices and regulated principles of Dharma are different than what we do it, okay? But the common sociological point of view that there is no change whether it's Satya Yuga or Kali Yuga. The sociological point of view is that father and mother must still discipline the children up to the age of 15 years. And normally children should not be requested. Now I see many people say, my son, please can you do? No. Children are subordinates, not only children, subordinates should not be requested. Like a guru should not request the disciple to do, please do it. No. The higher authority should just instruct, do it. A teacher never should ask the students to use the word, please do it. No. Teacher is the higher authority, should do. That is how we spoil our children itself, by saying, please, please, please. They take it for granted that I am doing the favor. Once they come to the age of the 15, then we can start slowly relax the strictness. We should treat the children as a friend. Then, in that mood, children will ask the questions. Parents must be able to answer those questions. So sometimes, due to over excess love, we ignore these points and children get spoiled. King Anga was a pure devotee of the Lord. But because of he had only one son, ignored that all other etiquettes. As a result, what happens? Then gone out of hand. He tried to punish him, but no use, no result. Then King Anga started that, I'm so unfortunate that I got a bad son. Kastam prajapadesham vai mohabandhanam atmanha pandito bahumanyeta. Pandito bahumanyeta yadartha kleshadagva. Who, if he is a considerable and intelligent, would desire such a worthless son? Such a son is nothing but bond of illusion for the living entity, and he makes one's home miserable. The Kauravas Mahabharata also said that when Gandhari queen got the 100 sons, the Vidura, who was the prime minister and also great astrologer, he told the queen and king, your elder son will destroy the whole family. He is the most cruel, adharmi, never followed dharma. So better that he is now born. If you want to save other 99 children, better kill him now. And Dhritarashtra and Mother Gandhari both ignored it. Naturally, mother will have the love for children, good or bad. And because that ignoring that advice given by the Vidura, and the result was that not only they lost 100 sons, but grandsons also. Everybody was killed in that Mahabharata. Nothing is left. So here also the same thing happening. Same unfortunate king also thinking that same. If there is no son, it's okay. We are not happy. We wanted a son, but if you have a son who is completely cruel, then better not have a son. Such a son is nothing but a bond of illusion. What is illusion? We want to have a son. This is applicable to the karmis, not for the devotees. Devotees, if you are really properly situated in the devotional life, one need not to eager to have a son. It is. Yes, by the mercy of the Lord we get it, okay. But one should not say that I want a son. Because as a devotee, our motto of the life is that I want to get out of this material existence. Karmis, they want that remain in this material world, go to heaven, planet. For that, to assist him in that process, you want your son. As I said yesterday, it's called Putraha, the one who delivers from the hellish planet known as the poor. Kadapacham varam manye tadapacha ucham padat nirvidhyate gruhan manyo yat klesha nivaha. Then king thought that a bad son is better than a good son, because a good son creates an attachment at home, whereas a bad son not. A bad son creates a hellish home from which an intelligent man naturally becomes very easily detached. Very intelligent teaching. Yesterday we were talking that Krishna also says that when I please my devotees, I will take out his all opulences. Well, sometimes the devotees also suffer this type of this, what we are talking about. That is to teach a devotee that it means Lord is showing his mercy to the devotee that you are attached to this family. I am doing this type of activity so that you get detached. Here also King says that if the bad son is better, so that I can get detachment from this material life and get attachment to the spiritual life. Both cannot go together. Both are inversely proportional. If we are more attached to the material life, we are less attached to the spiritual life. If we are more attached to the spiritual life, we have the less attachment to the material life. So both are inversely proportional to each other. How one can see that whether devotee is progressing or advancing the spiritual life, he see how much he detached for the material enjoyment. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayati Asvairajnam Jnanam Chayat Ayutikim. Bhagavatam in the beginning says that the byproduct of engaging the devotional service up to Vasudeva Sri Krishna is that you very easily you get detachment and get the transcendent knowledge. Detachment doesn't mean that leave family and go to the forest. No. Staying with the family at the same time not staying. As Sri Krishna said that, Yukta Vairagya. You might have seen in the, nowadays I don't see, last year I used to see the lotus flowers in the moat. Lotus flower always grows in the water. But when you take the flower or the leaves of the lotus flower, you don't find wet. They never become wet, though they are always in the water. In the same way, a devotee who is householder should also be like that one. The devotee family, they must treat the children as the property of Supreme Lord Krishna. And parents are just custodian, they are not fortune maker for the children. Every living entity comes into this world along with their karma. I come to this world according to my karma, what I have done. I enjoy or suffer in this life according to my karma, what I did. All the parents want the children to be happy. They may give equal education to the children, but you all know better than me that they will not be happy equally. Why? If the parents want that they have to be happy, given all facilities, still they cannot be happy in the same way what the parents want. Therefore, every individual controlled by the karma, what it did in the previous life, they are enjoying. But as a parents, they should feel custodians and take care of the children, perform the responsibility. When the children come to the age of 20, 21, then their responsibility is finished. Now they are capable of standing on their feet. The acharyas give the example of the birds. Birds, when the wings are not coming, they depend on the mercy of the mother. The moment the birds get the wings, they fly. When the small birds can take care of themselves, why not the human being who is strong and more intelligent than the birds? So acharyas understand it. We think that we are the making. I don't know how many have heard the Sridhar Swami, the great commentator of Bhagavatam, is highly appreciated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. From the childhood, Sridhar Swami was not interested in marriage, but because of the social obligation married, he told his wife that I am not interested to marry, but when you get a child, after that I take sannyas. It so happened that a couple of years later, his wife gave birth to his son, and she died. Now what to do? Can he leave the just born child and go? He was thinking, looking at the child, what to do? I want to take sannyas, but now my wife died, this newborn child is there. I am alone, how to take care, what to do it now? He was thinking, in the meantime, he saw on the wall the small lizard kept there. There was the small eggs of the lizard. He was thinking and looking here and there what to do. The one, the egg fell down, broke it. From the egg, small baby lizard came out. And naturally, when the egg breaks like that one, the baby child will die. Because mother will not take care of that child coming in that way. So here Sridhar Swami was just looking about that small baby. In the meantime, he saw that just a baby lizard which is coming from the egg, in front of it small insect was flying. That baby lizard immediately catch it and swallowed it. So he thought that, who am I to look that how my child will survive? The baby lizard can take care of itself by the mercy of the Lord. Why should worry about who will take care of this boy? He left the child and gone to the forest. And that boy later became a great scholar. What I am trying to say that we all come into the world along with the karma, what we did in the previous life. What we do in this life, we enjoy when we leave this body. Our elders always says, future is in your hand. Future means we think that if I study well, work hard, I become rich. No. That what we did in the previous life, that controls our becoming rich or good or bad, everything. What we do, we are doing for the next life. That is the future. Some of you may not believe it. When we are taken birth, we go to the astrologer, he make a chart and say that your child will be so and so, will marry, get a son, you become rich or poor. The child is not just born, he is not able to see or talk or walk. How the astrologer can make the chart like that and tell you? If it is honest, 95% will become true. No one can tell 100%. It is not possible because there is variables are there, about 10, 12, 15%. Some variables are just like the astrologer will say that your son will earn a lot of money. Earning a lot of money, saving money, both are different. And no astrologer will say that your son will save so much money. He will save only, he will earn the money. No matter you can put 1 liter of water in my hand, how much will left in my body? And in the same way, how much is qualified to get, you will get. So, now, because of the bad son, here, Bhagavatam also says that it is better to have bad son so that you will get detached from the family life, a fully surrender to the Lord. Anga, the king, also was thinking the same line. Maybe it is the mercy of the Lord that I was having too much attachment to my family, kingdom, and children also. That's why I was performing yajna to get the son. But Lord has given such a man who is a very cruel, irreligious, and by the mercy of the Lord, this will make me detached from the family attachment. He thought it. Thinking so, later he leaves the home and kingdom and goes to the forest alone. So I say that king began to think in terms of attachment, detachment from one's material home. According to Prahlad Maharaj, a material home is compared to a blind well. Andhakopam, he said that. He is teaching his father that, father, you are in the material life. Material life is the material life has to be guided by the person of the knowledge, wisdom. But you don't have the wisdom, nor you are guided by the wisdom. Hiranyakashipu become very angry. You rascal, I am a king. Whole universe is under my control. You say I am not, don't have any wisdom. So there he said that you are guided by a blind, just like a blind people. People are walking in the forest. They don't know what's the right path. When they heard some noise from opposite side, they thought that some people are coming. Let us ask, is it the right path we are going on? When they ask, hey, is it the right path we are going on? We want to go to that place. And the one who are also blind, these people don't know that they are blind. And they are saying, okay, correct. What you are going the right. And after some time they fell down, they went mad. What happened? We are in the ditch. Just like a blind man cannot guide other blind man. Here Prahlad Maharaj tells his father that you are a blind man, because you are materially, grossly enjoying this material nature, and you are guided by another blind man, who is your spiritual master, your guide, Brahmana priest, supposed to teach you spiritual knowledge, spiritual path, but he is encouraging you to get more benediction to enjoy the material life. They say that you are guided by Andha yatandhir upadiyamanna. This. Here also Srila Prabhupada quoting that. According to Prahlad Maharaj, the material home is compared to the blind well. If a man falls down into a blind well, it is very difficult to get out of it and begin life again. Prahlad Maharaj has advised that one give up this blind well of home life as soon as possible and go to the forest to take shelter of the Supreme Personality Godhead. According to Vedic civilization, this giving up of home by vanaprastha and sannyasa is compulsory. As we talked before also, human form of life is divided into 4 parts. First 25 years is meant for the brahmachari, whereby he has to learn etiquettes, education, everything, discipline of the life. From 25 to 50 is allowed to be in the householder life, grastha. Human life, every human being is supposed to perform the 4 objects of the life: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. One should work, then you get money, artha, economic development. Then utilize that money. 50% must utilize for the maintaining the family. 50% must utilize for the 4th object of the life, liberation from the material existence in the devotional service. The one who do not follow the 4, only stick to the first 3, dharma, artha, kama, they are called gruhamedi, they cannot be called householders. Only the one who follow the 4 principles of human form of the life, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, liberation, they are called grastha. So, therefore, ultimate aim of every living entity is to get it. So, 25 to 50 is meant for the household life. After 50 years of age, one should think of getting out of the family life. Therefore, they are given the vanaprastha. Say that one should leave the family, stay away from family. I see sometimes, nowadays, I don't know, previously, some devotees who are old people used to come to the temple morning 8 and stay at temple up to night 8, just to go home, only sleep, old people. That is like a vanaprastha. Means you are slowly getting used to staying away from the home. In the gone days they used to go to forest, but nowadays we don't find that type of forest. So they can come to the temple, serve the Lord, just to go home to sleep, nothing else. But by getting used for, when we are used for such type of life, being away, after that, when they reach to the age of 75, they must take sannyas. Otherwise, more normal what happens when you become old people, we get more attachment to the family. Especially grandchildren and so. That attachment is the cause of our rebirth again. When we are about to die, whatever we remember, and we take that birth. That's why I've seen in the hospitals in Botswana, when in the Christians, somehow the preachers keep on going to the hospitals, the ICU ward, when they see that a patient is about to leave the body, and they understand it is a serious patient, they keep on going there and talking, reading the Bible and preaching them. And for the real Christians, they always preach it. Because at the last moment, if we hear the word of the Lord, he will be elevated to the abode of the Lord. The same way in Durban also, when the Devotees come to know the so-and-so devotees, then I see what? They go and do kirtan and read Bhagavad Gita. The point is that in the last breath of our life, what we remember, and then we take birth in that way. That's what Srila Prabhupada writes that if we remember Krishna, next time we take birth to be with Krishna. If I remember my wife and husband, again I take birth to be wife and husband. Antakale chamame smaran mukta kale varam. Lord says it. If you remember me in the last breath of our life, you will come to me. According to Vedic civilization, this giving up of home by vanaprastha and sannyasa is compulsory. But people are so attached to their home that even up to the point of death, they do not like to retire from the home life. I don't know in South Africa, but in India I know. The old people, 80, 90 also. So you ask, Baba, now you leave to... No. Let me see the marriage of my granddaughter. People are thinking that when this old man dies, then we take care of... we look for the marriage of our children. That man is looking for so much attachment, which is not good. Srila Prabhupada mentioning on that point. Therefore, thinking in terms of the detachment, therefore King Anga considered that he had the bad son, but he is a friend because he was helping him to get detached from the material life. Previously, he was thinking that why he got the bad son. Now, he properly understood, now think that the bad son is the benediction from the Lord because of that bad son I am getting detached. It's okay. It's okay, don't. It's about to finish. Ultimately, one has to learn how to detach himself from the attachment to the material life. Therefore, if a bad son, by his bad behavior, helps a householder to go away from the home, it is a benediction. The devotee will think that is benediction, non-devotee will think that it is a curse. For the devotee, whether good son or bad son, even if one has the good son, still one must detach from the family life. Otherwise, it is not, I can say easily get detached, but practically it is very difficult. So, Srila Prabhupada also given, once reached the 50 years of age, slowly move from the family life to the ashram life. You are get used to staying away from the family life. After that, when you come to the age of 60, 65, one should take the sannyas. If you don't take sannyas or vanaprastha, ultimately that will make us to take birth again as a human being. Whereas the human form of the life, get into the spiritual consciousness is get out of this repeated cycle of birth and death. We stop here. Any question, comments, criticism, all welcome. La Prabhupada ki jai. I completed, Mataji, next time, I think I completed 45 or what? No. I was doing 38, 39 today. I did up to 46. There are no purports. Okay? Tomorrow also doing 47 onward. There is nothing much to talk about. Actually, better 47. Tomorrow. I did. Okay. But anyone, I'm not. Anyone in there. Tomorrow I'm leaving. 4:30.